Tom Ward, National Superstock 1000 rookie in 2018. Fair to say you've had a decent season since Snetterton, 2 top 10s this year, including one here at Alton Park. Assess it from your angle. How's your year been to you?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, to be honest, it's been a bit of a learning year, as it was always going to be. You know, I've never been on 1000 before, so it's going to be difficult. Like adapting your riding style, that kind of thing. You don't think at first you've really got to change a lot, but once you get on the bike and you're out on track with other riders, it's such a physical thing to change your riding style. Yeah, it was always going to be a slow start. We got built up and got like a really good base setting, and then from Snetterton I started getting good results. It was just just learning things as we went. Brands had a really good result, really pleased with that. And then went to Cadwell, had another really good result. And then this weekend hasn't been great, and Silverstone hasn't been great, but we can't really put our finger on what it was. It's just one of them things, unfortunately. If you don't get on with a track or your bike doesn't feel quite right, if you don't gel with it, you don't want to go pushing on. So, yeah, overall it's been really good so far, yeah.
How's it been in the Household Racing team? There's been a couple of changes on the other side of the garage, but you've dealt with them quite well, you've stayed focused. How has it been in the team? Because Colin Wright's also come in this year as well. Yeah,
to be honest, it was a bit of it's always weird because obviously good friends with Tommy, so we got introduced through the team, so it's quite nice to have like an involvement in that, and being involved in a rider as good as Tommy is and having as much experience is kind of really good to help me along at the beginning. And it was obviously difficult when he went away from the team and whatever happened, but it's one of them things, and he got on with it just as everyone else did. I've obviously raced with Chrissy for years and years. We were really good friends, so that worked really well. And again with Tom as well, it's been good just purely because we get on so well, and it's a racing family. Everyone gets on, and I don't really have any rivals in this paddock or anything. It's a dangerous sport as it is, and you go out there and just enjoy riding a bike really. So.
Looking towards the end of the season, where would you like to be? You go back to Brands GP, a circuit you was as high as 6th at one point in the summer round. Where would you like to finish this season? What position are you looking to achieve? Another top 10 obviously is where you're looking.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always struggled in the wet, and this weekend, even though the results didn't look at first and people probably thought I was running around at the back again, I made big improvements and actually kind of got my confidence back as well. So if it's wet or dry at Brands, I think we've got a really good setting now for both. And obviously the aim is always to win, but the boys who we're racing against, they're all champions. They've been in this class and other classes and stuff like that. So I would love to get on the podium. That would be great. But realistically, if I can get a top 6, top 5, I'll be really happy with that, to be honest.
You're good friends with Bradley Ray. How has his season been from your perspective? And be kind.
Yeah, I think it's Brad. It's Brad. You can't really say a lot more, to be honest. But he's a bloody good rider. He's just one of the most naturally talented people I've ever met, just in anything. I'm not saying that because he's my friend or whatever, but he's annoying because usually I like to class myself as all right at most things, but you sort of do anything with him and he just puts you to shame. So, but yeah, he's had a good season. I think, again, it's his second year on that bike, his second year on a super bike. For what he's doing is incredible, really. And I wouldn't be surprised if he is, well, I almost can be sure he'll be in the top 6.
Play safe. Yeah. Looking back finally now to 2019 for you, where do you see yourself moving to? It's a bit of a surprise move you coming up to Stock 1000 with Household because they weren't a Stock 1000 team. Are you looking to stay with them? Maybe move up to the super bike? What's the options for next year?
To be honest, I was originally meant to ride the Supersport bike, the bike that Carl's on, but obviously with Suzuki being the manufacturer in the superbike, it would have been a bit of a clash having a Yamaha, and then the Suzuki isn't quite as competitive in 600, so we kind of said we'll go to Stock 1000s. At first I wasn't quite sure about it, but I'm actually really pleased I've made the change because getting on a bigger bike is definitely a better thing to do. But in all fairness, I haven't spoken to Colin or Martin about anything to do with next year yet, so I don't know what if they've got a plan for if they want me to be on the Stock 1000 or superbike. I don't know. We're a bit in the dark with that at the minute, so maybe we'll have some conversations. If I get some good results at the end, then hopefully they'll be more inclined to keep me on. And so
finally, again, continue your good friends with Bradley Ray. Who's going to win the British Superbike Championship?
I don't know really. It's a hard one. They're all so good. I would love Brad to win it because I think he deserved it and he's a bloody good rider. But I mean, Dixon's so strong as well. You've got Brooks. I mean, all of them. You can say every single one of them is looking good, and it all depends on weather conditions and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's all up in the air for me. But I'd say Brad. It's got to be Brad.
Tom, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. Cheers.